Welcome everyone, 7 Days Podcast is back for the first time in over a week. Your boy wants to talk some wrestling, okay? Because I honestly cannot sit here and just live with the fact that I haven't done a podcast in over a week. Now, I was going to do it last week, but then I was focusing on Velocity, uploading WWE 2K19 Universe Mode pay-per-view. I was focusing on that. And then my voice got shot because your boy got sick. Now, I sound a bit better, but trust me, this is only the beginning of me getting better, because ever since my mom was able to get me a bottle of Buckley's, and I'm not mixing it with anything else, so don't get the idea. But yeah, I've been drinking some of that. I need water. Whenever I drink medicine, I need water just so I can drink that very easily. Just saying. But able to drink some Buckley's, and now I feel a bit better, not coughing as much. You know, still got the sniffles here and there, but I feel a lot better voice-wise, so I can yell and commentate and all that stuff. So, but your boy wants to talk about wrestling. Let's talk about this Sunday's WWE pay-per-view called Clash of Champions. Now, this Sunday on pay-per-view, okay, live on WWE Network, we got the Clash of Champs live in Charlotte, North Carolina at, I believe, when is the show starting? Oh, the kickoff show starts at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 8 p.m. Is that true? Because for how many years or for at least how many months or a year that, you know, WWE Network or the pay-per-views would start at 7 p.m. because they're 4 hours long, which I detest. I don't like. Okay? But anyways, Clash of Champions, all titles are supposed to be on the line except for Roman Reigns and Eric Rowan, a non-title match where they're just brawling it out because Rowan tried to murder Roman Reigns on WWE TV. But outside of that, you know, Clash of Champions, every WWE championship is on the line. There's a lot of bloody matches on this show. And you know what? Let's get to it. Let me give you guys my predictions in this podcast format before I can go on and talk about other, you know, topics that needs to be discussed in WWE or wrestling in general. Okay? So, the matches we have here are AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander for the United States title. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defending their women's tag titles against Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Drew Gulak taking on Humberto Carrillo versus Lindsay Dorado in a triple threat match for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship representing 205 Live. SmackDown Live's Intercontinental Championship, Shinsuke Nakamura taking on the boring one, The Miz. New Day champions has New Day, not Kofi Kingston, he'll be defending his championship later on the night, but New Day as in Xavier Woods and Big E will defend their SmackDown Live Tag Team Silver Championships against Raw's own The Revival. Remember, the wild card rule is still alive. Just because we have the draft coming up 1 month from tonight, 1 month from now, doesn't mean jack. We are still having to deal with the damn wild card rule. So yeah, that's happening. Ziggler and Robert Roode will challenge Rollins and Strowman for the Raw Tag Team Championships. SmackDown Live's women's title will be on the line as well. Bayley will take on Charlotte Flair. Bayley will defend her championship against the 9-time former champ. Big Dog Roman Reigns taking on Big Red Rowan and Eric Rowan in a no disqualification match based off their brawl that they had on SmackDown this week. Kofi Kingston, representing the New Day, takes on Randy Orton for the WWE Championship, as Kingston looking to get payback on the Viper, and hopefully this match does not end like it did at SummerSlam. That was nonsense. Becky Lynch taking on Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's title. Becky Lynch defending her title against the returning boss, because it's boss time, Michael Cole. And main event, Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman, Universal title at Clash of Champions. So those are the matches set for this show. I'm gonna give you all my predictions very quickly because I don't want to take too much time. I'll give my reasons, but let's just begin this. Let's just get this out of the way right now. It's already been 5 minutes in this damn podcast. Just on a quick note, I don't know how I feel about Clash of Champions. I don't know if I'm hyped about it or excited or just not. You know, it's like it's there. I'm not hyped or disappointed. It's just there, and it's like, well, I know what's happening this Sunday, so let's see what happens. I guess that's my attitude. Let's see what happens. If it's trash, it's trash. But if it's blessed, then I'll praise it the next week. I don't know. Anyways, so let's begin with predictions. Let's start from where I think they're gonna, the matches from the bottom all the way to the top. So Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defending their women's tag titles against Fire and Desire, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. I believe that they should defend these freaking titles on the kickoff show because I don't care. I don't have to. I don't want to watch this match. I don't care about Bliss, Cross, Mandy, and Deville. I don't. That promo that Mandy Rose cut on SmackDown in Madison Square Garden was not good. Mandy Rose, as beautiful as she is, not really my type of girl because she looks like I give her a hug and then her makeup is on my damn shirt and then dudes walking by me will look at my shirt, will be freaking interested in my shirt because of her damn makeup on my damn shirt. Outside of that, and her calling Nikki Cross ugly, U-G-L-Y, you ain't got no alibi because you ugly. Yeah. Outside of that, why? I don't care about this match. I don't care about these people at all. I hate the women's tag team titles. They need to be burned, perished. Okay, they need to die. I don't care. I don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to go with Bliss and Cross to retain because I don't think they're going to give it to Rose and Deville. Even if they do, will it matter? Probably not. No. Well, will anyone care? I don't think so. That's just my opinion. What will also be on the kickoff show, I bet, is Drew Gulak defending his Cruiserweight title in a triple threat match against Humberto Carrillo and Lince Dorado. There's a lot of O's in their freaking names for the Cruiserweight Championship. Drew Gulak should retain because he's been a dominant force. He's been the best. I think he's probably been the best thing on 205 Live since the departure of the likes of Cedric Alexander, Buddy Murphy, and Ali. Outside of those three, Drew Gulak would be your would be your number 4, right? Everyone else on the roster though is like third fiddle, fourth fiddle, like all the way at the bottom, like you don't really care. Like when I saw Kushida debut on 205 Live, I don't know why I didn't care, but at the same time I was like, I know this is not a good move. I feel like the internet's gonna go batshit crazy over this. I feel like the internet is going to just flip their lid, so to speak, on the fact that Kushida, a top talent in WWE, a guy who can go, right? Can have great match. He had a great match with Apollo Crews a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago on NXT. Like, he's that good in the ring. But I guess they decided to put him on 205 because reasons. I don't know. But yeah, Drew Gulak obviously will retain the championship. No other reason. I don't think anyone cares about Humberto Carrillo and Lince Dorado. I mean, he hasn't done much, He's just been a third wheel in the Lucha House Party, if you ask me. I don't know, like, Grand Metalik has something. Kalisto has done something already in the WWE. But Lince Dorado, still need to find what we're looking for. He needs to keep developing, and then maybe he'll get people to care about him, and then things will be different. I don't know. So Gulak will retain the Cruiserweight Championship. Now, what I think they're going to open the show is the Raw Tag Team title match because of the main event, right? But I would want them to open Clash of Champions with AJ Styles and Cedric Alexander. this would be a great match to open the show. This will be a lot better than Ricochet and AJ Styles, mainly because I don't think we ever seen this match outside of what happened on Raw. That ended in disqualification. We never seen a clean finish, a definitive winner out of the two. So, first time on pay-per-view that this is happening between Styles and Alexander. So, would love to see Alexander get the United States title. Alexander's been on the roll. Whether, I'm not talking about wins. Let's be real, okay? WWE is not AEW. So when it comes to wins and losses, I'm just like them. I don't care when it comes to WWE. I should care. I should care about the fact that wins and losses should matter. That if you win a lot, you will receive championship opportunities. But this is WWE we're talking. This isn't AEW. The reason why Cody has a shot at the AEW World title is because he's getting win after win after win. Where everyone else have not been consistent. Cody has been consistent as far as on the big shows that AEW has had over the past 8 months. Within that 8 months, Cody has been getting win after win after win, whether it's one-on-one, mostly one-on-one, the tag team. I think the one tag team match he had was against the Young Bucks with his bro Dustin, and he lost. So, again, Cedric Alexander may have won via disqualification in the first match they had on Raw, and they'll pin AJ Styles in that 10-man tag in the main event. Plus, Cedric Alexander has had great matches with Baron Corbin. He's been in the limelight as of late. He's been getting a lot of people's attention, and, I just feel that why not cap it off with Cedric Alexander winning the United States title? Why not? Let Cedric Alexander get a clean victory over AJ Styles, or a surprising roll-up against AJ Styles for the United States title. That'd be great, It'd be a lot better than Ricochet, I can tell you that, because Ricochet, I don't know what happened to him. That man died. I'm sorry. Ricochet, outside of, again, he's one of those guys. Entrance-wise, I'm there. But then match-wise, it takes me a while for me to get into. I won't lie. I won't lie. But, yeah. Cedric Alexander to win the United States Championship. Let's go with the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. New Day versus The Revival. I'll be real. I'm going to be real with y'all, okay? I literally forgot this match was even happening at all. Until I read the card, I'm like, oh. Because I'm in my head, I'm like, what happened? What's the tag title match for SmackDown at Clash of Champions? What's SmackDown's tag team titles like? What's happening with that? And then I remember, oh yeah, it's the Revival. Ugh. I haven't seen. I've seen the Revival last week I think, but I have not seen New Day since I guess they got beaten up by the Revival. So I don't know what's gonna happen at Clash of Champions between Woods and Big E. On their side, I feel like the Revival might win the tag team titles that night. I feel like, why not? I mean, New Day winning the tag titles back, what was it, at Extreme Rules? It wasn't necessary. Why? They only did that because Kingston's champ. And that's cool. It's cool at first, but then now you think about it, does anyone care that they're tag team champions? No. I'm not saying that they would care if the Revival were champion. I'm just saying, I don't know. I just feel like, is there really a point? I don't know. But I won't be surprised if they're retained, but I'm going to go with the Revival because based on what I've seen on SmackDown as of late, as New Day have been getting attacked by the Revival getting the upper hand over the New Day, I feel like that the Revival will be the one standing tall with the tag team silver. I was going to say gold, but I realized just silver. They're not gold. Unless you're like Jake Chris from Impact Wrestling. White gold. Then I guess that's the case. I don't know. But they're not even shiny. They're silver, gray, it's dirty. Never mind. Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan. No disqualification. Now, listen to me here, okay? Now, here's what I want, but I'm going to make the prediction, okay? What I want is Eric Rowan to win this match because I feel. Now, we got a lame-ass ending to this story of Roman Reigns finding out that Rowan was the one that attacked him or tried to take him out, tried to attack him backstage. We don't know who drove the forklift, but we know that Rowan shoved down the crates and whatnot, adding insult to injury. It was Rowan that tried to drive the car, try to ram, Roman Reigns while he jumped into the vehicle. So, again, I would want Roman to win because on SmackDown, he cut a decent promo, but the crowd was not feeling it. And then he looked dominant in that brawl. Roman tried to fight back, but Roman looked like he could hold his own, right? So, after that, it's like, maybe if you give Roman the win, then it will make him a bit credible. A little bit credible. Just to let him live on the lower mid-card on SmackDown. Because we all know, if Roman wins this match, Roman's going nowhere. I'm not saying Roman's going anywhere if you get the win. But I'm just saying, there's something you can do with Roman if he beats the big dog. That's what I want. But what I'm going to predict is Roman Reigns, Superman punch, spear, 1, 2, 3, big dog stands tall. Plain and simple. Let's go with the women here. Bayley versus Flair for the women's title. Can I be real with y'all? Now, I don't know what to do. You see, at first, I got really bored of Bayley being champion. I was like, you know what? I think it's time for Bayley to lose the belt. And you know what? Charlotte Flair, let's 10 times. It's happening. We all know what's happening. So, I mean, everybody called it. Okay, everybody called it that Charlotte Flair is gonna be like her daddy. You know, not trying to sue Becky Lynch for the man thing. No, not that. But she's trying to be like her father as far as winning a lot of championship belts. And Charlotte Flair is already a 9-time world women's champion, okay? NXT women's champion, Divas champion, and then, 4-time Raw women's champion, 3-time SmackDown Live women's champion, I think. So, yeah. Charlotte Flair's done a lot. She's done a lot. So, why not give her the belt here? Because, honestly, that's what I felt until Bayley turned heel. Now I'm like, do you really want to lose the championship now? I mean, I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should wait. Don't lose the belt. Wait. So I'm gonna go with Bayley to retain. You know, she's gonna use an underhanded tactic to, retain the championship. I don't think she's going to do anything. I don't think she's going to. Like, Bayley retaining the championship will further the storyline of her and Sasha Banks, besties, Boston Hug connection, trying to reign supreme in the women's division, right? The bad end of the 4 horsewomen are reigning supreme, while the other half, Becky and Charlotte, are the ones that people don't really give a shit right now. So, you have Bayley retain. And then you enhance Bayley's new gimmick where she still believes that she's doing the right thing, even though she's batshit crazy and whooping people's asses with steel chairs. And, even though she's a good girl and likes to give hugs and all that nonsense, yeah, her friend, the bad influence, is the one making her do bad things. Ain't that some shit? So, I'm gonna go with Bayley retaining the championship. Plain and simple. Intercontinental title on the line has Shinsuke Nakamura defends his championship against the frickin' Miz. Now, can I just say this real quick? The Miz. Can I say something about The Miz real quick? The Miz is the most boring, awful, get off my screen level type character. The Miz that I used to hate, kayfabe hate, okay? And when I say kayfabe hate, I mean I hate the character on TV. But guess what? I'm starting to hate. Like he was a heel when I hated him. But he's a babyface. I'm supposed to like him. But he sucks as a babyface. So I don't like him now. So what they should do is turn his ass heel. And keep him like that for the rest of his damn career. Because The Miz being a babyface, it worked for about 3 months. And then guess what? He got bitched out by Shane McMahon. So what his ass should do is quit as being a babyface. Shinsuke's retaining the title. I don't want to see babyface Miz winning the Intercontinental title. I'd rather see Nakamura not on TV with the belt than the Miz with a babyface smile and wearing cringy ass t-shirts of what insert city here is awesome t-shirts. I oughta chop that shirt and burn it to a crisp. You gotta be kidding me with those garbage t-shirts. So Nakamura retains the title. Don't want to see Miz as Intercontinental champ. I don't know if I got to this match yet. Rollins and Braun against Ziggler and Robert Bloody Roode for the Raw Tag Team titles. Now, obviously, you give the damn belts to Ziggler and Robert Roode. Now, I don't care about the team. I really don't. But I'm really tired of seeing Seth and Braun being tag team champions now. Because this whole thing with Seth and Braun, I don't know, like, are they trying to tell a story that, oh, you know, tag team champions, like, are they trying to pull a John Cena and Shawn Michaels while they're tag team champions, but they're fighting for the top belt at the same time? I mean, I don't want that. It worked for Cena and Shawn, but it don't work for Seth and Braun. That kind of rhyme, low key. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, Ziggler and Roode should win it just to get the titles away from them. So I'm gonna go with Ziggler and Roode to win the championships. Whether it's heel tactics or not, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Randy Orton taking on Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston will retain the championship. That is my prediction. Want to know why? Because Randy Orton right now winning the title will not do any good at the moment. I want Kingston to lead the charge to Fox. I don't mind him losing the belt at Hell in a Cell literally 2 days later. I really don't care. But I would rather have that happen than Orton being the champion. If Randy Orton... You see, here's the thing. Randy Orton is good at chasing things. But he's not good at being the champion at times and keeping us interested. Have you all forgotten the 2017 title reign? He chased the title, was great. The way he burned down Abigail's barn or house or whatever you want to call it. You know, back and forth mind games with Bray. And then what happened? He had a snake that looked like a sperm. His words, not mine. That looked like a sperm on the ramp walking down towards the ring. He fought him in a weird looking match that had graphics of vermins and worms and cockroaches and whatnot. I don't... Why? Anyways, that happened. And then RKO 1, 2, 3, Orton won the title. What happens after that? Silence. When Randy Orton came out with the title on the shoulder, nobody cared. Not one bit. And then Jinder Mahal won it. Everybody was hyped at first. I didn't forget everyone's reaction. Everyone was like, oh shit. Now, some people were against it. OGs, gotta give them credit. But some were like, oh shit, well, let's see where it goes. Some were willing to give it a chance. And then WWE fucked that up. You know? Me, I was like in the middle. I was like, well, I'm open to Mahal winning the title. I like being shocked. That's the thing. That's the thing with me and WWE. Is that they like to shock the shit out of me. Like, they like it when I make reaction videos and I'm shocked and I do crazy stuff. Have y'all forgotten the Goldberg reaction? I mean, come on now. But Kingston losing the belt here would do no good for anybody. So unless Randy Orton's gonna give me chills and just remind me of his run in 2009 as WWE champion, I don't want to see Randy Orton as the WWE champion for what, a 15th time? I think I might be wrong on that. 13. I think the last time he held the title was 13, so 14. I think so. I might be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, so Kingston retains. Becky Lynch taking on Sasha Banks. I'm at a crossroads with this one. I want Sasha Banks to win the title, but at the same time, I don't think I'm ready for Lynch to lose the belt. That's sad. If it was 2 months ago, I would be open arms saying, give Banks the title. Give her the championship. But now it's like, well, I'm not really angry at Becky. She's not really annoying me. Her promo skills gotten a little bit better than before, because before she just felt like she was on a honeymoon. Literally, now that she's dating, well, now married to Seth Rollins, or proposed, or engaged, whatever the freaking term you want to use. But yeah, it felt like she was on a honeymoon after WrestleMania. Like, she held the title and she's just like, living life, not really doing much. Dealing with this gnat called Lacey Evans for about 2 months, and then after that, the Becky Lynch that we all loved came back. Slowly, at least. It slowly came back. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, then you're on my good side again. Okay. But with Sasha, I don't want to say give Sasha Banks the title. I don't want to be on this Sasha Banks hype train already, because she's been back for about 3 weeks. But I'm kind of open. Actually, I'm gonna go with this. Fuck, screw it. I'm gonna do it. Sasha Banks wins the title. Wanna know why? I want to see this. Remember when Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin, the 2-man power trip in 2001, when Stone Cold won the WWF title at WrestleMania X7, and Triple H won the Intercontinental title, I believe, from Chris Jericho in 2001, and then lost it to Jeff Hardy, won it back, right? And then Austin and Triple H went on to win the tag team titles from The Undertaker and Kane at the Backlash pay-per-view in the All for Nothing championship match. Remember that? I want the same thing. But this is different. You have Sasha Banks, Raw Women's Champion, right? 5-time Raw Women's Champion, I think. You have Bayley be the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. And then what happens? At Hell in a Cell, you have Sasha Banks and Bayley go after the women's tag team titles. And then you have the 2-woman power trip between Sasha Banks and Bayley. With the new attitude of Bayley and Sasha Banks as well, with the blue hair, and blue is her color. She looked damn good in it, just saying. Yeah, that's what I want. 2-woman power trip. It'll gain interest into everything with the women. Nobody cares about the women's division right now outside of Banks and Bayley and Becky. Like, honestly, nobody cares about Flair, Dana Brooke, or Alicia Fox, or Bliss, Cross, Rose, Deville, Natalia, this one. No one cares outside of the 4 horsewomen or 3 horsewomen at this point, because fucking Flair. Nobody cares about Flair at the moment. Looking like plastic surgery. When I see her face, I can't tell who the hell this is. All I see is plastic all over her face. I can't tell who she is anymore. She looked like she could be on a doll. Looking like she could be in the aisle in Walmart on a doll's head, like a doll's head with her face, and like she could be in the doll, and she'd be smiling ear to ear. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's what I want. 2-woman power trip, plain and simple. So Banks and Bayley to win their respective matches and win the championship for Sasha Banks. And I think this is it. The main event, Universal title, Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman. Here's what I would do. Obviously, Seth Rollins retains the title because Braun Strowman. Why would he win it now? You had chances, but no. Let's save him for Roman. Roman. Like JD says, they do it for Roman. They do it all for Roman, right? So you have Seth Rollins retain the title here, and then you have the Fiend end the show. This is what I want. Okay, people were complaining. Oh, the Fiend didn't come out and attack Stone Cold. Why? Why Stone Cold? It's not going to lead to a match. It's not going to lead to anything. Him attacking Stone Cold. Him attacking Kurt Angle was great. Alright, it was great. I don't want to see Kurt Angle on TV anyway. Good. But Stone Cold, everything on Raw with Stone Cold was great. It didn't need that. I felt, why attack Stone Cold when they could have done this, but they didn't do it, but they should have done it. Attack The Undertaker. You have a scary MFer in Bray Wyatt the Fiend, and you have the original, the OG scary MFer, Dead Man Walking, The Undertaker. You should have had Undertaker ended SmackDown Live. And then you should have had Bray Wyatt come out, mandible claw his ass, and then he's out. And then what I would do here, as the Clash of Champions, you have Bray Wyatt, I should say, Bray Wyatt, end the show. You have Seth Rollins retain the title, he's standing tall, and then guess what? Da-doom, 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 lights go out, and then you hear laughing in the background. Right? And then you have Bray Wyatt, mandible claw Seth Rollins, and then he holds the Universal title and raises it up in the air. And then you have the Fiend's graphics show. Lights go out. That's how you end Clash of Champions. Because we already know Bray Wyatt's challenging for the Universal title at Hell in a Cell, right? So you might as well end it off with Bray Wyatt standing tall over the Universal Champion. Am I right or am I right? Come on now. There's no I'm wrong here. You can't tell me I'm wrong in this scenario, okay? Bray Wyatt is the best thing going currently on the main roster in WWE, okay? Bray Wyatt is the one constant thing that they've been booking great since he made his return, I guess, with the Firefly Funhouse all the way back in April. With the Firefly Funhouse for week after week after week after week, and then finally leading into SummerSlam, they debuted him on Raw, attacking Finn Balor. From that point on, and then the entrance at SummerSlam with the theme music with Code Orange, my God, Bray Wyatt is a phenomenon at the moment. And I feel, slowly but surely, they're going to mess this up. But I'm going to try to keep having a optimistic view and be positive on this. But what I want them to do is for Bray Wyatt to end the show standing tall, raising the Universal title above his head in the end of the night. That's all I ask for. Okay? And that's Clash of Champions. There's your match card. So there's your predictions. So let me recap very slowly, okay? Cedric Alexander wins the United States title. Bliss and Nikki Cross retain the women's titles. Gulak retains his Cruiserweight title. Nakamura retains the Intercontinental title. Revival win the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles, but I won't be surprised if New Day retains. Robert Roode and Ziggler win the Raw Tag Team titles. Bayley retains the SmackDown Women's title. Roman beats Rowan. Kingston retains the WWE Championship. Banks wins the Raw Women's title. And Seth Rollins retains the Universal title. But you have Bray Wyatt standing tall at the end of the night. That's what I would do. And that's your Clash of Champions predictions. And I am not done from there. We are going to continue to talk wrestling. Because why not? Okay? Why not? Don't get mad at me. You think I was going to be done? Are you dumb? We're not done yet. How dare you? Don't assume. Don't assume my podcast. It's not nice of you. Anyways, Forbes.com is now reporting WWE is giving up on yet another promising young talent. Ooh. Who are they giving up now? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. According to Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer, Andrade has a lot of support backstage in WWE. There are people in power. Quote from Dave Meltzer: "There are people in power. There are people in power who are behind Andrade," says Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, and they may be starting up. They may be starting up trying to do something with him now. End quote by Dave Meltzer. But is that really the case? Recent history says no. Since Andrade was pulled up to the main roster following WrestleMania 34 last year's April, it's been hard to truly ascertain what WWE makes of the former NXT champion. On one hand, it's clear that WWE views him as a tremendous in-ring performer who is capable of consistently putting on great matches, as he's done with the likes of Rey Mysterio, Finn Balor, amongst others. On the other hand, there are other times where it appears that WWE don't view Andrade as anything more than that, and simply utilizes him as a wrestler who whose main purpose is to put over other more prominent stars. Following his recent battles with Mysterio on Raw, there were reasons to be optimistic about the short and long-term future of Andrade Cien Almas, who is still just 29 years old and has perhaps a decade or more of performing at an elite level ahead of him. Then Andrade, considered by many to be the overwhelming favorite to win the King of the Ring tournament, was unexpectedly bounced from the tournament by Gable in the second round. This week on SmackDown, Andrade suffered yet another big loss when he was, for whatever reason, pinned by the boring one, The Miz, on SmackDown. That continued Andrade's roller coaster ride on the main roster, which has been filled both with disappointing and buzz about the high-flying superstar's chances of getting a main event caliber push. In fact, it was reported back in May that not long after Vince McMahon informed Andrade that he wasn't being pushed due to his inability to speak English, which that is very, very wrong on Vince McMahon's part, Andrade was able to gain a lot of backing in WWE, both because of the hard work he put in to improve his English and because he simply got one of the best heel acts on TV. Despite his world-class in-ring skills that would seemingly make him tailored to be a fan favorite, Andrade is a heel through and through, thanks to his pairing with Zelina Vega. That is tremendous fit for both stars. That pairing is viewed so highly that Fox reportedly requested that they remain on SmackDown during this year's Superstar Shakeup, with the logic behind that being that both Andrade and Vega would be a huge hit with Fox Hispanic viewing audience, which is kind of smart, low-key. I gotta give Fox that one. The thought is that, much like Mysterio has been for WWE over the years, Andrade can be WWE's #1 draw among Hispanic fans, particularly on a Fox network that has a large Hispanic viewing audience. That's just one more factor that would seemingly be working in the favor of Andrade, who is also the ideal type of superstar who could thrive in this new era we're seeing in WWE, where stars of similar size and stature, ranging from Ricochet to Alexander to AJ Styles to Daniel Bryan to Kofi Kingston, and working in prominent positions at the top of the card. It's no longer necessary for WWE to consistently push 6'5" behemoths as its top attractions, when many of its most well-rounded stars are less than 6 feet tall. Which I'm glad that, you know, that kind of gives me a shot, saying, hey, I could just go train and then your boy can give it a shot. I'm tripping. Andrade continues to improve as a talker to go along with his elite in-ring skills and great gimmick alongside Vega. But the one and only thing that can truly hold him back is Vince McMahon and the creative team, which appears to be happening. McMahon has been even more wishy-washy than usual when it comes to the booking of WWE's products these days. So you never know if a star who appears to be in line for a major push today might be buried by tomorrow, as evidenced by the plight of stars like Drew McIntyre and the frequent disappearances of acts like Aleister Black. Because it's unclear exactly who is supporting Andrade, it's also unclear whether or not those officials have enough influence to get Andrade the biggest sustained push of his main roster career, one that has been plagued by start and stop pushes and inconsistent booking. When it comes to Andrade, there is no concern about his talent or his potential to be solidified as a main eventer. The biggest concern is whether or not WWE will ever stick with his push, and based on that, he's been booked in recent months. WWE has no real plans to do anything with the talented former NXT champion, who, along with the names like Black and McIntyre, will likely be the latest casualty of a creative team in chaos. So it's like a war going on in WWE with Andrade I don't know. They're giving up on him mainly because like his English got better apparently, but I guess they gave up on him because they have nothing for him. Which, I mean, how are you a part of a creative team and you have nothing for anybody? I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Now I heard this at first and I'm not really happy about it, but let's see where this goes. I never really watched the Worlds Collide show. I never have, and I don't really plan to, but I don't know. Maybe I should, because a lot of good matches happen over these shows, so I should probably give these my attention. I don't know. NXT TakeOver event replaced during Royal Rumble 2020 weekend in Houston. NXT's role for WWE has been in flux in recent weeks. First, the once developmental focused brand announced a jump from the streaming WWE Network to cable TV on USA Network. Now the brand will fail to host a takeover event in Houston ahead of January's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Instead of a standard takeover card during one of the Big Four weekends, fans in Houston will be treated to a Worlds Collide event on Saturday, January 25th. Worlds Collide cards featuring talents all across all brands: Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT, and NXT UK taking part in inter-brand bouts, which I actually like, low-key. WWE announced, but yeah, I like it, but I never watched it. I don't know why. I'm so bad. WWE announced this change with the release of its official Royal Rumble weekend travel packages and confirmed to media outlets there will be no takeover event. The travel packages also did not include Raw and SmackDown, like SmackDown Live, in the days following the Rumble, leading to some speculation the company may break with their tradition of hosting its TV shows in the same city as the Royal Rumble, which I like. I am tired. I honestly, I am. Okay? I won't lie to you. I am tired, sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of WWE hosting these major pay-per-view shows and then you have Raw, SmackDown following it. I mean, I'd rather them go to different parts of the city because, A, different crowd. The crowd will not be tired or shot. But at the same time, you know, variety. Just go to different cities. Go to ones that's closer. That's my take. And now with SmackDown being on Fridays following the Royal Rumble season, then I think it should be a lot better or different. So I'm glad about that. That no longer Raw and SmackDown will be in the same city. Thank Christ. You know? Officials told Pro Wrestling Sheet that more details pertaining to NXT TakeOver schedule for 2020 would be announced soon, but it's possible they're swinging for the fences with a more aggressive approach as the brand transitions to cable. TakeOver cards have been a part of the Royal Rumble weekends dating back to 2017. 2020 in Houston will go down on Sunday, January 26th, which I like when pay-per-views are held by the end of the month, so we can go into the new month and new pay-per-view, etc. I just don't like sometimes having two shows in 1 month, or they have a pay-per-view early in the month and it's like, oh my god, it's still June. Oh my god, it's still July. Like, you know, like that's just me. That's a little thing, you know, that I just don't like. Outside of that, I'm fine. Triple H reveals future plans for 205 Live. Talks possible at NXT lifers. Triple H recently spoke with Newsweek, said it's very important that NXT stay at Full Sail for the big move to USA Network this month, which is smart. He also credited the NXT fan base in Florida with helping to create the brand. Quote, for me, it was very important, he said. For one, with our partnership with Full Sail, we do so much there than just put on shows. If you're a student at Full Sail, they are working on our shows with us shadowing, and it's a learning process for them as well. To continue that process, I wanted to keep it there. They are one of our biggest and best partners. The other thing to me, that fan base in Florida, they built this. They were on the ground floor, and their energy and excitement allowed NXT to become what it has become, and what it is becoming. And I want them to be on that ride with us and continue to grow it. When we say we are NXT, they are every bit a part of that, as the talent are in some ways. I want them to continue to show the world we go live on USA, I want them to stand up and say, we are NXT, because they are. Triple H also confirmed that, end quote. Triple H also confirmed that the second hours of the September 18th and September 25th NXT USA episodes are airing on the network due to the final episodes of The Suits airing at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, that's fair enough. As noted, then why didn't they announce that they're going live on USA Network October 2nd? They should have done that. So this is how you know this is literally an AEW move. Like if that was the case, if they knew their schedule, then why didn't they wait until October 2nd to until October 2nd for them to have NXT be officially 2 hours? I don't get it. Why? It's like, hey, oh yeah, let's watch Suits at freaking 9 p.m. and then go tune in to NXT on the network, literally like the second hour. I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad. We'll see how it is. Both hours will be airing on USA with the October 2nd episode. He was asked if this created any last minute issues, and he hyped up both shows and said they will be epic. Pretty much. I don't look as them preempting us. He laughs. They have their season finals there, and Suits is a great show for our partners at USA, he said. I'm excited for the first 2 weeks to give people a taste, but leaving them wanting more. If that makes people jump over to the network to watch the second hour, we are going to put some spectacular stuff on the first hour on USA, and some of the second hour as well. End quote. Quote again, the first week alone on the 18th, you're going to see Velveteen Dream and Roderick Strong for the North American title. You're going to see a triple threat between Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, and Mia Yim. Winner will face Shayna Baszler. A street fight between Killian Dane and Matt Riddle to continue. That will continue their story. So there's a lot of stuff that is going to take place. Both shows are going to be epic, following one right after the other. The taste is there. If you're a new fan watching on USA, you're going to get a taste of for a couple of weeks, and then on October 2nd, we're going to give you the whole thing. For 2 hours, you're going to realize, or you're going to see what NXT is all about. Triple H also revealed that 205 Live will begin to operate under the NXT umbrella soon. I'm liking that. I like that. I'm liking what I'm hearing so far, along with NXT UK and the main roster and the main NXT brand. He mentioned 205 Live helping to breathe some life into NXT soon, and was then asked if we will see 205 under the NXT umbrella. Quote, you'll start to see 205 begin too, Triple H revealed. I think it always existed as an island unto itself, and a little bit, and it's become lost in this limbo. You'll begin to see it move more towards the NXT banner and the talent there. We have a lot of talent for them to begin to compete either open against anyone or in the Cruiserweight division, but have that title sit under the NXT brand is more meaningful. It creates more opportunities for more people. As for Raw and SmackDown, it's an open division for them. When you're on both shows, everybody is competing against everybody. End quote. It's been reported that NXT call-ups to the main roster will continue despite NXT becoming a third major brand with the move to USA, which I don't like. Triple H was asked if those call-ups will continue and if talents could be NXT lifers now, something Johnny Gargano has said he would love to be. Quote, I think it can, he responded, no different than somebody becomes the face of Raw and spends the majority of their career there. It's the same with SmackDown and the same with NXT. I also think the opportunity for someone to leave for a period of time, take a breather, and come back a little later, refresh is important. This gives them an opportunity to do other things. As NXT becomes bigger and more of a global brand, like you see what we've done with the UK, you will see talent has the opportunity to take a breather from Raw or SmackDown and go someplace else. And still, it will be very meaningful for them and not seen as I'm going down to the minors or anything else. It's going to be a shift over to a different brand with a different feel and a different vibe where they can go and refresh and become something different, so when they do go back, or maybe they don't, they can rebrand themselves. The most successful talent in this business from a long-term standpoint has the ability to reinvent themselves over time. Haha, little Jericho wink wink there. And that gives them the chance to reinvent yourselves at all times. So based on what Triple H said here, I think we're going to see either 205 Live wrestlers on NXT to fill up the 2-hour gap, or we're going to see, I don't think we're going to see the whole brand of 205 Live on NXT. They have to cancel 205 Live if they do that, by the way. But I wouldn't mind seeing 205 Live guys on NXT. I mean, yeah, you got to taking the opportunities from some people in NXT, but then again, there's some people I really don't care on NXT anyway, so there's some people that can compete for the NXT title anyway, so I don't know. We'll see how things play out when NXT goes live on USA Network. There's so much to talk about, so much I want to discuss. That's why this podcast is going to be longer than an hour. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I'm sorry. According to the ever-reliable Russell Votes, this is from What Culture, by the way, so take this with a grain of salt. According to the ever-reliable Russell Votes Twitter account, it looks as if WWE will be making some major changes to its announced team for the foreseeable future. Quote from Russell Votes on Twitter: "Hearing that significant changes are coming to the commentary team once SmackDown to Fox move happens in a few weeks. All show will be impacted, including Raw. A source has said the return of the two-man booth is coming." Oh, yes! 1,000 times yes! Oh, hallelujah. I'm happy about that. Two-man booth. I mean, come on. All you need is 2. You don't need 3 or 4. Come on, you know? You don't need all that. It's nonsense. It's blasphemy. You know, NXT can stick to their 3. Beth Phoenix is good. You know, as a former wrestler, you know, she knows her shit, so she's alright. But, like, with Raw, it's like you got Cole, Renee Young, and Graves. God, I hate that team so much. SmackDown, you got Saxon and Graves, which people like to say, oh, they're trying to mimic Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan, which I don't see whatsoever. If you're really fans of Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan, you will not try to take something so great and compare it to something so shitty. Like, I wouldn't. Why would you do that? You know, whenever I think of Graves and Byron Saxton, I think of their NXT days. They were great in NXT. They're kind of good on SmackDown, at least to me, at least. So, I like a good bickering back and forth between commentators. I like it, you know. Something I would do. I would get into wars verbally with Michael Cole on commentary. I'm telling you, that's how I look at it. Anyways, given how SmackDown Live's impending move to Fox is said to be the start of the definitive and clear roster split, many have been expecting some sort of change to the Raw and SmackDown announced teams to further give each brand its own identity and a sense of exclusivity. At this stage, it's not full known which announcers will end up where, although it seems likely that a 2-person and an announced team will be the blueprint for Raw and SmackDown. One of the big decisions that WWE has to make is where exactly they put Corey Graves. Currently, Graves appears on both Raw and SmackDown, meaning that the drive of the brand exclusivity will see the snarky color commentator restricted to calling the action on just one show moving forward. Another change could well involve Renee Young, as there's already been talk of making her exclusive to SmackDown due to the fact that she'll be hosting the FS1 audio studio show that will air on Tuesday nights. Elsewhere, Nigel McGuinness has departed the 205 Live announce booth and will instead concentrate on calling NXT along with Mauro Ranallo and Beth Phoenix. Thank you. McGuinness's 205 spot has been already filled. Mine as NXT superstar Brennan Williams was given the new name of Dio Madden. The black dude that was on 205 Live. Because I'm like, who's this dude? Who's this black guy? Man, you don't get this man out of here. But I'm not mad at it. He aight. Put on the 205 Live announce table at last night's edition of the Cruiserweight show. Madden joins Vic Joseph and Aiden English. I would replace fucking Michael Cole with Vic Joseph. I would do so. Please! That's what I would do. Let Cole take a 20-year break from the WWE. Let him go on a 20-year break as far as commentary goes. Let Vic Joseph call Raw, please. His voice is made for Monday Night Raw, not for 205 Live. Come on. 205 Live is made for Mauro Ranallo. I'm sorry, it's true. Like, Mauro Ranallo would do great with 205 Live, like he used to do, but he does phenomenal with NXT, so don't take him anywhere. That's just me. So, October 4th is the date that SmackDown Live begins airing on Fox, so that leaves WWE with just 3 weeks to iron out the announced teams for each of the company's brands. So, we'll wait and see. Here's what I want. You see, this will be my plans for announced teams. What I would want to do is have Vic Joseph on Raw, Corey Graves on Raw. You have Nigel McGuinness on SmackDown, and you have Tom Phillips. Now, I mean, who else would you put in Tom Phillips' spot? There's nobody else, honestly. So you will have Tom Phillips there. I mean, you don't want to do Vic Joseph back-to-back nights. I mean, come on, or not back-to-back nights after SmackDown goes to Fridays. But you get the point. Like, you don't want that. So, Vic Joseph, Corey Graves on Raw, Tom Phillips, and Nigel McGuinness on SmackDown. Done. And then 205 Live will get Mauro Ranallo. Let Mauro Ranallo call 205. And yeah, why not? Or somebody else. Let Renee Young do 205. I don't know. Let Saxton do 205 Live for all I know. He did a good job when Michael Cole got beaten up on Raw in 2015, you know. Such a good job, Byron. What an impression you made in WWE. I really don't want to talk about this, but screw it. Why not? We only have 3 minutes until it's 1 hour. Sami Zayn has turned into Shinsuke Nakamura's WWE savior, which I still don't understand why. There's a lot of recapping of what he's done. I'm not going to create all that because I really don't give a damn. So I'm just going to keep going and going and going until it gets to the damn point, Bleacher Report. Okay. So here we go. The rivalry has hardly reinvigorated the mid-card scene on SmackDown, but it's a solid start for Zayn and Nakamura. From there, they can continue working with other superstars such as Ali, Cruz, and Buddy Murphy. One thing WWE must refrain from doing is having Zayn obnoxiously yelling at the microphone during Nakamura's matches. They tried the tactic on SmackDown episode September 3rd episode of SmackDown Live, and it backfired horribly. So here's hoping they learn from their mistakes with Leo Rush and don't ruin this duo with something so unnecessary. That aside, they have been doing a great job of generating genuine heat up to this point, with Zayn's trash-talking Nakamura's opponents and the King of Strong Style backing up every word he says. Not only will Nakamura emerge from this partnership a bigger star, Zayn could greatly benefit as well. Having the artist eventually turn on his mouthpiece would seem to make the most sense, especially since Zayn failed to beat Nakamura in their first encounter at TakeOver Dallas in 2016, best match of the year. Don't at me. That could catapult Nakamura back into the main event picture where he belongs and plant the seeds for a face turn for Zayn. A feud between those two could breathe a new life into both of their careers as well as the Intercontinental title. If they did that on SmackDown, they gotta do a lot of work. I'm not gonna say, oh, that'll be the best thing ever. I'm gonna say they gotta do a lot of work to get me to care about Sami Zayn ever again. This dude is dead. This dude, Sami Zayn, right now, he's dead. He's 6 feet under. And you pull an Eminem and get the shovel. You know, and instead of digging a hole, you dig, instead of you filling up a hole, right, in the graveyard, you dig the shit out and freaking get Sami Zayn's lifeless carcass out of the 6 feet under hole. Because Sami Zayn is dead. He's dead, dead, dead. Nobody cares about Sami Zayn right now. This dude is a bona fide scrub. He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but the man does not know the definition of freaking wrestling. I'm sorry. You know, I had to go Stephen A on your asses right there. Anyways, but yeah, Sami Zayn is dead. Like, nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares about Sami Zayn. That's what's sad. That's sad. I like Sami Zayn. I want him to do better, but nobody cares. The dude came out on SmackDown against The Undertaker. I was just like, okay, I don't know where this is going, but it is what it is. And then you got chokeslam for it. Oh, well. For now, though, Nakamura and Zayn must make the most of the time they have together and redefine the formula for what wrestler-manager combos can achieve in WWE. So, there's that. So, apparently, Bleacher Report says that Sami Zayn has turned into Shinsuke Nakamura's WWE savior, which I don't understand. And that's pretty much it. That's all the news there. Wow. I thought there would be more, but nope. There's literally nothing for me to talk about. Oh my god. Wow. I literally just searched this up, and there's news. There's news. Now there's news. I literally just searched up news, and there's more news now. It's like 11 o'clock on a Wednesday night. Now, that's crazy. Oh, God. Okay, so apparently Michael Cole possibly joining the WWE SmackDown announced team. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, let me hear Big Dog on SmackDown. That's nice. Vic Joseph rumored for Raw. Okay. Now. That's the best thing about this. It's a rumor. I want this to be a fact. I just said Vic Joseph should be on Raw, and you have Tom Phillips on SmackDown. Let Michael Cole get a freaking break, for God's sakes. 20 years! Let me be 40 years old, and then Michael Cole comes back on TV when he's old and gray as hell. God! Anyways. In an update, WrestleVotes revealed this afternoon that Michael Cole is scheduled to head to SmackDown from Raw. Vic Joseph would then go to Raw to be the lead announcer there. It should be noted that these changes with Cole and Joseph are not set in stone, but this is a working idea. Cole currently calls Raw with Corey Graves and Renee Young. Joseph is calling 205 Live in English, and NXT superstar Theo Madden, who made his debut this week on 205 Live, replacing Nigel McGuinness, who is going to be full-time on NXT with Mauro Ranallo and Beth Phoenix. There's no word on yet who will work Raw and SmackDown with Joseph and Cole, but the announced teams are expected to be exclusive to each brand. Tom Phillips currently leads SmackDown with Graves and Saxon. There's been talk of having Renee Young to be exclusive to SmackDown because she will be hosting FS1 WWE Studios show on Tuesday nights. Graves could stay on Raw to call the show with Joseph, which I just proposed. There's also no word on if 205 will be called by Madden and English every week, which would be a nightmare. Don't do it. Like, in English is not good as a leading commentary. I'm sorry. That's just me. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. NXT. Kevin Owens might be returning to NXT. Should I? Okay. Three more news and then we're done. I was about to quit it, but 3 more news and then we're done. Okay. Do I really want to talk about NXT with Kevin Owens? Yeah, Kevin Owens got fired. He tweeted 14/24/20 which apparently people were able to break it in code, and it's literally spelled out NXT. So we might see Kevin Owens on NXT by next week. So that's cool. All right. So there's that. Cody Rhodes comments on his AEW Full Gear match against champion Jericho. A little bit of the bubbly, you know. It was noted on November 9th at Full Gear that Cody Rhodes will be in a match for the AEW Championship against AEW World Champion Chris Jericho. Rhodes mentioned tonight on Twitter about the upcoming match and that he's tired of being the underrated one. He also wanted the title for his wife, mother, and every fan who stood by him, including me. His full tweet was, being underrated was fun, but also the least rewarding period of my career. It may seem silly, but in my house, the World Championship is the Stanley Cup, the Oscar, the Lombardi Trophy, I should say. I won it for my wife, my mama, and every fan who bet on me 3 years ago when I bet on myself. End quote. The only other match announced for this Full Gear show from AEW is Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega. Which, by the way, I heard people were saying how the AEW tried to steal WWE's idea, or like the logo or the color of WWE's Stomping Ground pay-per-view. Are you mental? AEW's colors are gold and white, which was their initial colors before WWE ever did Stomping Ground. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You people make me sick. God damn, you AEW detractors. Like, what's wrong with you? I mean, come up with logical reasons, please. Like, stop being dumb. I'm tired of this. Stop. Enough. So, yeah, Cody Rhodes, obviously, looking to go after the championship. Now, at first, I wasn't happy about it. I was like, why? Why? But then somebody was like, well, he's been winning a lot of matches, so he's he's in line for a shot. I'm like, oh, that's true. People are like, oh, Cody, with his position and power, he put himself in a title match. The Young Bucks confirmed that Tony Khan is the Vince McMahon of the AEW brand. Like, he's the guy that's like, whatever idea you have in mind goes through Tony Khan. Without Tony Khan, nobody's going to be doing shit. So, that logic of, Cody Rhodes put him in this spot because of his position and power, well, shut up, really, because it doesn't make any sense. Cody Rhodes, statistically, has won a lot of matches. Wins and losses matter in AEW. AEW is not WWE. Fools. Tired of this. I think that's it. Okay, last one. I was going to talk about the Sean Waltman thing. Sean Waltman recalls when he and Scott Hall helped persuade the Carters to purchase TNA. I'm not going to go into this because I really don't care. It is what it is. X-Pac is cool, you know. X-Pac, make some noise! You know. Anyways. Finally, guys, Street Profits vs. Undisputed Era added to the NXT UK premiere, or NXT USA Network premiere. Triple Threat changed. So, and on the NXT premiere live on the USA Network, it will be Undisputed Era taking on the Street Profits for the NXT Tag Team titles once again. In more news for next Wednesday's live episode, NXT General Manager William Regal has added Candice LeRae to the Women's Triple Threat to make it a 4-way. The match will now see LeRae, Yim, Shirai, and Belair. Winner will face Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's title in the future, and becoming a more contender. I feel that people's theories of Candice LeRae being the one to stop Shayna Baszler's reign as champion will be Candice LeRae. Now, a part of me says, okay, but another part of me says, I'm not really feeling LeRae right now. She cool in the ring, but character-wise, I'm not emotionally invested like I am with Belair or Shirai or a little bit of Mia Yim. You know, like, I just don't care. I just don't care. She's a pretty face, blonde hair, good in the ring. I just don't care. Just because she's Gargano's wife doesn't mean I gotta care about her. I just don't care. I'm sorry. Maybe they can do something to make me be invested. They haven't done anything, you know? I don't know. Anyway, as noted, the first hour of next Wednesday's show will air on the USA Network, while the second half will be on the network due to the 2-week season finale of Suits on USA. This same format will be used on the 25th episode. After that, both hours will be live on USA Network from 8 to 10, beginning October 2nd, when AEW is on TNT. Yeah, you sneaky fucks. You could have waited. You could have announced this on October 2nd that NXT would be live on USA Network for 2 hours, but no! Let's do it 2 weeks in advance, and oh shit, Suits got their shows for 2 weeks straight. Oh, well, let's do it anyway. Man, you don't get your ass out of here. It was announced on tonight's Oh, it was announced tonight on tonight's show. Well, I didn't watch NXT yet, so fuck. I didn't watch NXT yet. Fuck. It was announced on the first hour on the USA Network will feature North American title match, while the second hour on the network will feature the Street Fight. There's no word yet on when the Fatal 4-Way and the NXT Tag Titles match will air. So these are the matches so far. Fatal 4-Way match. Winner faces Baszler for the women's title in the future. NXT Tag Team titles will be on the line. Street Profits taking on Undisputed Era's O'Reilly and Fish. And the North American title, Velveteen Dream taking on Roderick Strong. And Killian Dane and Matt Riddle will probably be in the main event of NXT's live episode on the WWE Network. And that is it. We are done for the day. So if you guys can, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. What do you guys think, man? A lot of wrestling topics. What are your predictions for Clash of the Champions this Sunday live on pay-per-view? I am Boy123 Jim. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. I sound a bit better, but trust me, I will be better by next week. Hopefully, if not, I'm just going to have to drink this whole damn bottle of Buckley. A little bit of the Buckley! If you guys can, like, subscribe. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for putting up with me for the whole hour and an hour and 11 minutes. And I'll see you guys next time. And I'm out. Later. By the way, I bought WWE 2K20, so stop asking me questions. I purchased 2K20.